You'll know in a couple seconds if they got a shadow ban. So I'm gonna wait till our normal amount of people get here before I start. But everybody's talking about unless everybody talking about Trapboy Freddy, but y'all ain't talking about Shawn G, Kewon White, Devin Bown, and Rainwater. Yo, y'all all be on the same fucking channels talking the shit, but Trapboy Freddy he allegedly gets locked up. Y'all telling me, yo, nobody in Texas knew this nigga was wearing an ankle monitor. He been telling down there he had to be. Who the fuck goes in the fuck feds? You had a hammer? And you didn't just have a hammer, bro. This is your second time with a hammer. Yo, you ride with a hammer, bro. And your dumb ass, I read the police. Was it your police fucking report I read? Yeah, your fucking windows down and all that shit. So then I hear that you allegedly call from federal prison. So I go in and check your joint, bro. The last thing they filed, you supposed to get sentenced on the 7th. Bro, ain't no sentencing minutes there. Ain't no judge. You don't even got a fucking judgment. How you got 16 months and the fucking public can't know that you don't got all right, you got 16 months. What's your fine and all that shit, bro? It's called a judgment and commitment. Where your judgment and commitment? That's one thing the government is never gonna fucking hide, is that judgment and commitment. Because it tells them how much you gotta pay and how much time you got. Bro, y'all don't get the fuck out of here. Yeah, listen look, it was all these people over here. They scattered the fuck up out of here real quick. I just be sitting back looking at these niggas. I really was in fucking federal prison. Yeah, I'm that jailhouse fucking lawyer. Yeah. So you telling me the whole Dallas, or listen, I was laying on my fucking couch. I think that shit was like right before the fucking Spence fight, and I saw Miss Lowdown talking about just saying that it was some bus down there, right in Oak Cliff or whatever the fuck, however it was. But they were whatever they was trying to show. They was trying to show that black Camaro too. And then it said it was DPD and the FBI. And the first thing I'm thinking in my mind, yo, where the ATF at? So why would the fucking FBI, when the FBI come in, yo, somebody telling? But where the fuck is the ATF? You see what I'm saying? Look, yeah, why you get all of a sudden motherfuckers getting action on a case? Listen, you ain't getting no fucking action. Listen, everybody, yo, all the action is coming right at this time. Cause I go in there and check. And now all the shit unsealed and everything. The shit, it was so much information. I just had to fuck. I might have hit that shit like 3 times because I couldn't wait to get on here and show people. Because some of y'all on the street, y'all doing y'all thing, you know what I mean, whatever. And most of y'all probably been in the state, but the fucking feds, it ain't shit you can tell me about the motherfucking feds. I got busted in the fucking feds back in 2005. But I was in the military too, so when I listened, I knew something was up because I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this sitting on the snow? Yo, we all got fucking driveways. Who the fuck is this sitting in the snow in the fucking American car? So I went on some, I don't know, I went on some Eddie Murphy shit. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is these jokers? And when I was going out, I just said, the way I was getting ready to go, I said, bang, let me make a left. I bang a left. I see another car, American car, 2 motherfuckers in there look like they was fucking surprised that I went that way. Later on, I find out, yo, that's how the feds do that. They got a fucking, the car that they want you to see, and then they got a follow car, or somebody got to fucking put a joint, a tracker under you. But that's the F fucking BI. I ain't sell no drugs. We ain't had no guns in that case. My case was about that guap. We was flipping houses and we was making money. And I ain't had no fucking murder, but guess what? They don't give a fuck whether you murdered or something. Listen, you in the feds for a fucking reason. And the feds cannot just go walk on the fucking street and lock somebody up. They do things like call ahead and say, pull this motherfucker over because we want to see what he got on him. And look at his fucking joint and what it say about him. Yo, it was a fucking cop, flagged him down. Who pulls the fuck over a cop? You not flagging me shit down. You ain't got no fucking first of all, you ain't even, I don't even know you a fucking cop. They don't say that there was any fucking, like, you wasn't speeding or anything. I don't even know how fucking old you is or who fucking raised you. Who don't know? Yeah, it had to be somebody, some young boy riding around and he don't know the law. He don't care to know the law. He depending on somebody else. So who the fuck is actually really going, yo, this shit was so easy. I'm just looking at this shit like, yo. And then you got all these motherfuckers. Shout out to Max Boogie. Yeah, all of this shit happened. This shit, yo, I ain't into every number, but I'm into some numbers. I do count. I do know what certain numbers mean. But I'm just, yo, I'm just wondering, like, yo, you trying to tell me that y'all ain't know this nigga had on an ankle bracelet back in 2022? Who didn't know that? Who wasn't fucking around him? Y'all ain't know he was on house arrest. None of that. Yo, the boy Shawn, what's his name? He was telling us he was on house arrest. He was showing us some paperwork, and he was saying, and he was pointing to some names that he had to stay away from. But his shit was dated. You know, his shit was just dated this year. So, his shit was dated like February. And then I'm looking at the other ones. The way like what shit who that shit was dated. And so who we seen first? The one I know is I hear somebody told on. They start going on and on the ball, showing G. That's the first I heard. That went to actually. And I'm just talking about YouTubers. I'm not talking about we've been past fucking Kewon White and that other motherfucker. We knew something was up with the case then. If you followed this channel, we knew something was up with the case then because the cases was sealed. And motherfuckers was telling, yo, they didn't go and see a fucking judge. They was telling at the fucking magistrate who pleads guilty when the first time they reading you your charge. You ever see somebody do some shit like that? You don't ask for no lawyer, none of that shit. You don't know what type of time you facing. You gonna plead guilty to the magistrate. What somebody gave you some bad dope, like it told you, yo, yeah, you was there. Get the fuck out of here. Or somebody gave you, I don't know, somebody gave you stacks of money, say, yeah, you was there. Go, I want you to take these pictures and all of that shit. How much you think it costs a motherfucker? How much you think it costs somebody in the hood to do that? Because look how they always picture in a certain way, in a certain stance. Yes, that like that. These motherfuckers don't got no houses. They, I'm checking it. I'm checking out the joint. Like, yo, why the fuck is they getting? Why is they? I'm looking at all parts of this shit. And so I don't even think I ever even heard nobody really even trying to say anything about Devin Brown. And I never really heard what the fucking police report said. Like, yo, how did they put him on the scene? Because we don't never see his picture. We see this skinny boy, running down the joint with a mask on, where he makes sure he's showing us his tattoos all done, pants all sagging. So number one, we know he a young buck. He wear tight jeans, cause the nigga was running. You don't see his shit moving, so he ain't one of them tight jean wearing motherfuckers. Cause some motherfuckers think that shit's stylish, and then you got a motherfucker that just, they're a little thugged out, so they wear their shit a little bit loose. But you don't see they whole fucking drawers. I don't know niggas like that, so we call them young bucks. So the thing about the whole thing is everybody in here was young bucks. with their asses hanging out. Cause you see fucking Rainwater, all these dumbass niggas walking around with Gucci belts on like they fucking running the fucking world. And I always be talking to her and try to give young bucks. I'll be trying to tell the people on my channel. I'll be like, yo, I remember somebody telling me the shiniest nail, you know, is the one that gets the hammer, the one that's trying to be always out there, and that's in any type of like society of our people anyway. So a nigga like me, I just watch fucking trends and shit. And all these niggas, there's some young boys, and the most talented one was fucking Mo3. And you always gonna have that nigga that hates you. You always gonna have them niggas that hate you because, yo, you just naturally, you just more talented than them. I mean, the man, and to tell you the truth, the man had a spiritual, and he had a spiritual, like, it was coming from his heart. But yo, no matter what, he cared about his people, like the people he loved, that he could trust. He cared about. He couldn't trust the nigga fucking Trapboy Freddy. He couldn't trust Shawn G. He ain't know. I don't think he even knew Kewon White or fucking. He might have knew Devin Brown, but yo, listen. Why Devin Brown, Kewon White? Yo, why y'all? We have no fucking information except that, yo, right before Mo3 gets killed, these two motherfuckers just got out of jail, and they just got pulled over, and they had hammers. They had hammers, really, and you just let them you listen. Y'all said they wasn't even coming to court. Y'all ain't had no motherfucking jawing out on them or nothing. Yeah, they ain't had no GPS tracking on them or nothing. Y'all ain't had to go no long distance and find them. You really just, you bumped into them. They ain't go far. You ain't, like, yo, neither one of them was going, like within, I think they both got locked up, like, on, like, the 13th. Or one of them got locked up on the 13th, and the other one got locked up on the 16th, some shit like that. Yeah, 3-3. But yo, but even still, I thought we had at least had enough voice that we wouldn't take some shit we just not gonna take. I mean, y'all, we take motherfucking cops whooping our ass. We take cops allegedly shooting us. Let me tell you something. I haven't experienced that. I'm from Philly. We ain't really experienced, you know, a joker really had to do something, you know what I mean, to get hit by a cop. So I take on both of the sides because I'm not there. I don't know what the situation is really. So I take on both sides of that. Like, yo, I ain't no pro cop and I ain't no fucking like I'm getting ready to sit up there and cheer for the cops or whatever. I wasn't there. The same thing here. But I thought we had. I mean, yo, I here nobody is gonna get rocked here, and motherfuckers is not standing for that. For real, niggas here don't. Yo, niggas is not waiting for no trial and all. What? No, if niggas was waiting for a trial here, yo, they's waiting for a couple trials. Like there's a few trials they waiting for. Niggas ain't letting no fucking letting yo the last time somebody let the motherfucking Rico come through Philly or something, the continuing criminal enterprise was around my time, and yo, most of y'all jokers probably never even heard of them. Y'all probably never even heard of them. You have to really be into the game to know these people. I was there with like Pharrell. Pharrell used to send me gifts, but I'm cut from a different cloth. I ain't even trying to see him. I don't want to meet him. I never was into that. Trying to get into the business of fucking uh, entertainment. I always knew that shit came with something. Even if it wasn't that it was gonna come with that, it was a lot of stuff I didn't know. But I know that a lot of motherfuckers like David Ruffin and shit. I ain't know what the fuck he was into, but he died from. They said that he died right here in Philly from a drug overdose over some money. So I thought at the very least, these motherfuckers on the bottom that would go in and allow these people to do this bullshit with us. We had enough humanity in us to say, nah, we ain't gonna let that rock. We're gonna snatch this motherfucker. We ain't letting this motherfucker get money off us. Motherfucker, are you crazy? It's not a motherfucker in Dallas. Let me tell you, it's not a Muslim or none of that don't know about Mo 3 here in Philadelphia. We fucked with him. Somebody was holding him back. We don't really know. As we've been learning, and we's kind of a little fast, I think. We learn, and sometimes we might look like we're a little slow, but some shit ain't our business. I'm just one of those that speak out. And plus, I understand that fucking jailhouse law. And when we found out that fucking Kewon White, the whole shit was sealed, he was telling somebody telling. It was either him or fucking Devin Brown or Bootsy. The dates that they got booked or they pled guilty, then Bootsy get booked. But Bootsy right now, he's still in trouble as far as I know. Bootsy right now is the only one that's on the hook. Helm, I think Bootsy is out and Rainwater is out. I ain't never, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't never know Boosie to have a fucking YouTube channel that motherfuckers in Texas can drown out Boosie. I thought Boosie was your man, cause he bought one of your own and brought him up to him and helped him make a little bit of money that y'all wasn't giving him down in Texas. Now, whatever happened right there, but I'm just saying, motherfuckers wearing stars on their ring, singing weird ass songs at the end, like right before they and those rings meant something. And I always say, they was the star. They was better than somebody else. And the motherfuckers just hated them. They had haters. And them haters want to do the thing to them. But I thought we at least had reached the point where if we know this shit, because I did notice that, a lot of shit was going on. Like back when Otis Redding wanted his shit. Otis Redding back in the 60s was making millions of dollars. Wrote all his music, did all his performances before Michael Jackson. But that's the shit I didn't learn until I was later on in life. But I thought we had evolved to say at least, if we see this shit going on, we're gonna do something about it. Put our fucking hands on somebody, or we got enough fucking power to convince, the people, the shit y'all did to Martin Luther King, we know y'all did that shit. But look all them years. But at least right now, we got enough motherfucker that's conscious enough to say, you know what, I ain't scared to say something about this. Now, I ain't hear the whole call, but I know one motherfucking thing. When I was in the fucking feds, a motherfucker come on, and I used to have to fake it. But that I had to fake it and make my daughter think that I was away on a business trip. She was 4 years old. Let me tell you something about these motherfucking feds. When there's a rat, they come with the FBI. And it got something to do with basically, the Federal Bureau of Investigation has implanted somebody somewhere or whatever, because they don't have normal police powers. They can't just drive around and say, yo, pull over. No, these motherfuckers will get locked up in the States. So Trapboy Freddy, the first one to fucking tell if his shit, if they pulled him over by waving him the fuck down, you pull over, they smell weed and all that shit, and now you got a case. And then what they said, the other little dumb boy, Yellow, you just happen to be riding around with some hand sanitizer that would say, oh yeah, that you the hand sanitizer that's supposed to be like lean. Yeah, who thought? Why would you do that? Who shit was that thought that was a good idea to sell a product, and you the only one that fucking had it? I ain't never heard of that shit. It appealed to a certain type of fucking, how far you thought that shit was going to go? Right where the fuck you was at in Texas, around all of them people that you was around, that all of y'all on that bus probably fucking surface lean. Who the fuck getting ready to try to advertise some hand sanitizer as if it was some promethazine? Nah, that shit dumbass thinking. So then you go down. And last I heard, he has like a domestic violence John, some shit. I don't know, domestic violence John getting off. Or speaking from the grave, man, he telling you everybody who involved and who not involved. You ever heard him mention some fucking Kewon White? He talk about a whatchamacallit, and he showed a couple Johns with the ball, the Trapboy Freddy. But y'all was fucking homies when y'all was little. They got the pictures. But the last person that I seen that you was with the tall light skinned boy. I don't know where the other boy was at, but you and him was at the club. He taking a call or some shit like that. But y'all was homies. Not even a short while before, but not enough time for you all to be fucking that y'all were fucking didn't see what was going on, that motherfucker was putting beef. A motherfucker like Rainwater was running around putting beef between y'all. And that nobody could stop that down there. You got the hot head, which I can't blame him, where y'all start trying to cut him out the shows because he wasn't the most popular in dressing or whatever, the way y'all dress, but he was the most talented. Reversal of fucking fortunes. You two light-skinned motherfuckers probably had an easy life, you know what I mean? Your mom and your pop was probably in your fucking life. But really, him and his mom, y'all all stayed in fucking, the same area. That y'all knew each other, at least that the people got fucking pictures of you. Like when you just got out of fucking high school. You're telling me from the time of high school to when this man was, what, 28? Y'all shit deteriorated to y'all wanted to do this, and it's nothing that nobody is going to say about it. Even though you got 100 people trying to tell us, yo, listen, this was going on. We care about this shit though. Nah. You still got motherfuckers doing lives right fucking now. Like, you know that this nigga is not locked up, man. I went and fucking looked at John's name up. Were you on a black site? Some fucking where? Bro, when you get locked up, you put your name in, boop, and they tell you exactly where the fuck you at and where at in the feds. So, and the first thing that's going to happen before they take your black ass out the fucking courtroom is that judge is going to stamp a fucking joint for that judgment to go through. A judgment and commitment. Where the fuck is that? So why the fuck is people talking about he locked up, he got sentenced? He ain't get sentenced because he would have a judgment and commitment. There's no pre-sentence report telling us nothing about Trapboy Freddy, how much money he got. Nothing. We don't see none of that shit. We just say, yo, we want to have this shit changed till November the 7th. All right. I know before his black ass left that fucking court, this ain't Friday. What the fuck? This is Wednesday. From Monday to Wednesday, this hump day. We would have saw that shit. And we still got motherfuckers running lives, talking shit. Right after y'all was just talking shit about Trapboy Freddy, this and that going on. And now you got motherfuckers going live talking about why everybody pissed at Rainwater and all. Yo, I'm looking at all the lives that's the people that was going live first thing this morning. The title of their lives. If people was going on with their lives, trying to, make it on their own, or was you gonna try to put out some shit, spinning some story, trying to name somebody, anything. Maybe an early morning shake ass. Anything to get some views and take care of your kids. But why ain't nobody talking about Trapboy Freddy? Y'all knew this nigga was the one that was telling. I wanted to put up a fucking John, a banner, and I just want to have rats around that motherfucker with no, because y'all know everybody who's fucking telling. I just didn't name all of them. Because where the fuck, the first place you hear fucking Rainwater pop out last night is on Just Say No to Scout, and then I had a recording of him. You haven't seen him in a couple of days. And he was saying he was somewhere doing some type of shit or whatever. I don't know who the fuck commenting on them shits, saying the shit that they said. I showed you that one lady says you need to get on your fucking hands and knees. She might be a lady that knows what's really going on because she knows that it's over for him. He might not realize that it's over for him, was another lady just like I did, which made me turn the camera to try to get her. I was trying to get what he was saying because I'm like, damn, where the bull been at? We don't hear nothing from him. And I be trying to look at his background and everything because I'm trying to see where the fuck you at. Because a motherfucker said you had some problems with me, but I have some problems with you, nigga. I'm using every fiber of my fucking brain right now to ask you sure, which I know you're not. And also just to say fuck you. I would love for you to just hit this fucking link so I could, but I wouldn't incriminate you though. If you could talk to me, nigga, you would have been hit the stream. You don't have the heart that not had to talk to me without a fucking buffer. A motherfucker that'll shut me up because they don't even understand what the fuck I'm saying for you, and their views might start going down because they want to hear somebody that's fucking talking crazy to you and everything. And all you would do is be fucking sitting up there, and then they want to cut you off. But because I'm being a little bit long-winded, making you feel uncomfortable. Yeah, these motherfuckers wouldn't care if Rainwater is on their shit. As long as they got up to their views, they know they gonna get up their views. If Rainwater gonna come on, if he comes on there, they gonna get some money from him, and they gonna get some money from somebody in the crowd because he's there. Some people want super chat, and some people want cash app. That's YouTube. That's why I'm gonna set that shit here. That's why I'm gonna put a fucking cash app up. But that's YouTube. You take some of the shit and you just be like, this right here, motherfucker, that was, there's no fucking way that a whole city is gonna know what the fuck happened, and you don't beat these motherfuckers up. Y'all really letting this motherfucker get views. So let me ask you this. Now that y'all know that Trapboy Freddy had an ankle monitor on since August, something like that. I don't need to get his ankle monitor on. He had his ankle monitor on. So you telling me that Rainwater didn't know that night when he was going to perform that he had to get clearance to be there? Something that I'm able to track. So would Rainwater know that he has to call a PO to say, listen, I'm leaving because he was on house arrest. You only can go out for employment. His employment, they knew, was to go to performances. So him and Rainwater didn't know that he was having a performance that night. So y'all don't know that was a play. Who wouldn't know somebody in a fucking city got a performance that night? And you're a fucking promoter allegedly. So you just happen to be running down there with one of Mo3's family. All of a sudden, we haven't seen, I ain't seen no film. I'm telling you, I ain't seen no film where somebody trying to get up and say, Trapboy Freddy, you murdered my family, you did something to my family. Look at the fucking channels that's running that shit. Like he really trying to ride for the fucking family. Y'all just both happened to be there that night. Yeah, who the fuck was that was in there? I don't even know I don't know if they ever identified who the fuck that big black motherfucker was. But y'all knew Trapboy Freddy wasn't doing nothing because, yo, he got ankle monitor on. He definitely ain't trying to catch another fucking charge. Because, yeah, it was all set up right there that night. Look at the fucking date. I might have put a short up of it, but just go look at the dates that shit happened, and then look at the channels that's fucking covering it. That's his channels. Just look how they trying to slant the story. What, Rainwater is a snake? If that shit ain't going right and them people come down there, yo, I'm telling you, everybody, how many of you right now, if the government run down on you, if you haven't been ran down on by the government, how many of you right now know what to do? And I'm not talking about I'm talking about, you know what they gonna do, like their movements. You know how many arrests you got, how they would come at you. If they know you're a talker on the phone, yeah, we'll bug your phone. Or if they know that you somebody like that will have VPNs, they're not gonna waste their time. They gotta go get a warrant. They not wasting their time. They come and bombard you. Act like they got people cooperating. When really, it's only maybe a couple of them that's, maybe one or two of them that started cooperating. You never know which way that shit gonna go, but one or two of them, yo, you look at who gets in trouble and who gets out. And who's out now? The yellow boy, I don't think he locked up. He might not be getting that much money right now, but he's still out being able to perform. You got a different level of people up there that just they ain't get booked yet. The lower tier of this thing, bro, but the lower tier of it is Rainwater. Yo, listen, when I read the police report, Rainwater inserted himself through his girlfriend. If you read the police report, they got anonymous calls and knew intimate details. That's what the Dallas police said. They knew intimate details about what happened. You know, you don't know what happened. Because you're trying to stay out of it. You want to act like, yo, you ain't, I ain't really involved, and you want to try to stay far from it. Or you want to try to be right there thinking that you being the last person to talk to them and all of that is going to do something. Or you might come up with that story at some time. With Rainwater, so this, so started talking about, yo, you started off wrong. How you got the baby pop? How the baby pop get in there? I don't know how the fuck you got Kewon White in that motherfucker shit, but how the baby pop get in there? He just got out of fucking jail. He said he saw a Facebook fucking post. He don't care about the girl, or he would have saw him there. He don't really have no problem. He said, yo, I seen the Facebook post. Yeah, I was upset about that. He ain't said, yo, I want to kill this joker. None of that. He don't hear none of that. So nothing happened to him. And then all of a sudden they get 2 anonymous calls from somebody's girlfriend who knew intimate details about the case. Yo, come on. That's what the police said from the rip. They didn't know shit. Nobody on the scene said shit. We don't have that police report, but the police report that they giving us, nobody on the scene said shit except for that a man got hit. Because the police report said that he got shot. Don't tell us how many times. Don't tell us shit. I don't know where 2 came from. All I know is I showed y'all last night that Devin Brown filed with the court that he wanted the blood test of Melvin Brown, and that he wanted, whether he had AIDS or whatever, he wanted all of the intimate details, and that y'all worked on them. I showed that, and it was signed by a judge. It was a subpoena, Dukas Tech. The judge agreed with him, and nothing has happened in the case since then. Last night, I said, I didn't want to go there. Now, one thing I know that he was Muslim. They have to get that, Muslims have to get their body in the ground in 3 days. I don't know how strong the Muslim community is down there. What we saw was, and some people do that. I don't know when his funeral exactly was, but he was taken out on the horse. In Philly, they don't do that. In Philly, I think the only person that did that was maybe Gilly had that. I'm not sure. But no, usually it's a couple Muslims. They grab your body, they wash your body, wrap it up in a sheet. And how you died, that's how we see you. That's how we go in and see you. Eyes open, everything. You're not laid in no coffin or anything for anybody to say. You're laid in a coffin, but you're not. You're just washed and rolled up in a sheet. And yes, you are carrying, because they might have did that, because I remember Billy and them carrying his son. They carried him to the grave, but they carried him on their shoulders. So Billy and them, they did things a little different, but the Muslims, you got all Muslims that do things different. So I didn't see like that. So I don't know how many days, but I know Billy's son was in the grave, I think, within 3 days. It wasn't a long time before they found out who killed him, and they were locked up. So as far as no thread, last night as I was going through all of the documents, that's why we have not had a trial yet. But the things as far as that we can see, we know one is coming. And when it gets there, why y'all freezing up now? Y'all don't know who telling? The feds is taking over the case. Fuck the state. We don't care if they go, if the state gets to charge somebody with murder. No, here go these people right here. We know who did it. But here, we even know the person that did it. Or they saying that did it. It wasn't them two, whatever they parts was. Here, listen, they telling us. We've heard from Trapboy Freddy. We haven't heard, you heard a little couple things from Yellow Beezy and everything. They've been out the way, whatever. Hey, but Shawn G, we heard he went to jail. I get that paperwork and I show. They all have the same fucking thing, and all of them have talked to those people. They've said something. They didn't shut their fucking mouth. We don't know how much they said, but we know that they said enough. That all of these motherfuckers got backgrounds, and you telling me they got these light ass sentences? Get the fuck out of here. The only one that didn't get any fucking real fucking sentence was Devin Bown. He got a fucking 924C. No, they didn't even charge him with 924C. They got him for some drugs, some weight. And I don't even think he didn't even get over 10 years in the feds. All of them got charged with 922G1. The maximum sentence is 120 months, which is 10 years. The only one that got it was the alleged baby father. He gets caught with drugs, but he gets caught with weight. And he gets caught with the hammer. He should have got a 924C1. That's a mandatory 20. I don't even think that they charge him with 841, but I don't know if it was a mandatory in there. But if it was a mandatory, they gave him the lowest mandatory, because the lowest mandatory is 5 years. He had 2 charges, two or 3 charges, and the man didn't even get over 2 years. And he had priors. So they kept him, and they kept Kewon White. Kewon White, I don't know if I don't know where they got Kewon White from. But Kewon White actually signed a plea agreement saying that he would never ask for from the government for any documents dealing with the investigation into his case. He signed that shit. They all get ready to go home because they got credit for all of this time. So they're all getting ready to go home, or the government is allowing them to believe they're getting ready to get home. But they're going to get the RICO. But Devin Brown, he got so much of a sentence, they're going to use his because that's drugs. Trapboy Freddy, his drugs, yo, I mean, his drugs is little, but they pled out all separately. But under RICO, they keep trying to call them gangs, and they can just put all you gangs together, and that's what they're doing. They putting all of you gangs together, and y'all don't know who's telling. I mean, goddamn, who didn't see the other day the dude in YSL? The last one is whatever the dark skinned guy is. The last guy that could stand up for him just pled guilty. But I showed you in all of them. Listen, they setting up for here. But if you want to know who's telling, there they go right there. And it could be Rainwater. Yo, you can't tell where he's at. He just comes up on the fucking screen or people's chats and shit like that. And you know, where he could chill. You don't know where the fuck he's at. I don't know where the fuck he's at. He can tell anybody anywhere where the fuck he's at. I don't give a fuck where he's at. But please don't let him play in your fucking face like, yo, Trapboy Freddy. Goes to if we can get somebody and we can see that we can't stop it. King 23 comes in and says it's crazy he gets sentenced 3 days before the anniversary of Mo 3. If we can see that, we can't stop it and not say, yo, at least call it bullshit. We can't say something about it. We can't call foul. Like, yo, this is bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, niggas is really just letting this nigga come over there and chill on a channel and say something, and some niggas just ignoring this shit like this shit ain't just going on in front of our fucking face. At least at the levels that all of us could at least say it. I'm talking about the people that has heard his music enough that they have listened to all of these channels down here and knew what was going on and could decipher what was going on. But at the end of the day, yo, you can't keep hearing a man name and he ain't got something to do with it. What the fuck is you talking about? That doesn't even make sense. And every time you see this motherfucker, he's smiling like he don't got shit to worry about. Shout out to the Pacino and Don. I'm just on one this morning, my man. I'm just thinking like, yo, on this level, at least some shit that we see that we could stop it. And just say, yo, you know what? We ain't having that. And even if we can't just go down there and put our hands on it, we at least, yo, we would say something about it and let it know, yo, we shunning you. We're not giving you no place that you can't come on this channel, you can't come on that channel, because that's all he want to do is come on channel to tell a story, challenge people. Yo, y'all can't shun that joker. Because that's how they used to do it back in the day. When you done did something disgraceful and everybody can't agree on if you did it, yo, you was shunned. The majority of the people would just call it and then they would shun you. So at the very least, because I know we've fallen so far that jokers wouldn't pick up a stone and hit you and beat and hit you with stones until you just died for what you did. No. Yeah, most people have this same great. Yeah, I'll let the police do what they supposed to do. But at least at this point, when people can speak their mind, that they would speak their mind enough that this community here on YouTube would just say, no, you know what, enough is enough. This nigga gets no home down here. You would just go on with your lives. And I'm just that type of person. I usually not even on it this early. When I saw it, I just had to go live and just and look at my description what I'm saying down there. Like, yo, are we kidding ourselves? Yeah, it's easy for people to go over and crush the joker and everything like that. Other people got restrictions on it, and it should just, you should be able to say what you want to say. Let's see what we got. All right. So, the very fact and how hard they try to sell it. That's what the thing is. How you go straight in the first day you go in, and now God got something for you on the other side. Really? I was like, yo, this ain't no fucking jailhouse. Your first day of sentence. No, you asking for some, make sure that money is on the books. And, you know, you might got, yo, you don't have that much time. But one thing's for certain, too, for sure. Yo, when I put that name in there, he ain't in there. And on the official documents of Pacer.gov and BOP.gov, that nigga ain't in there. The last thing filed in there was October 4th or something. It was updated October 7th, and that was just the order from the judge saying that, yeah, he can get sentenced later. It was supposed to be yesterday, but we should have had something, and we should be able to go in there and look this morning, or he would have showed us his judgment and commitment. That judgment and commitment would have been filed, because I seen, like, the time that they was talking, that judgment and commitment would have been filed, and he would have had a number, and he already had to have a U.S. Marshal's number anyway, just to get locked up. So we should have been able to look. I should have been able to look at him, look him up by his number. It's not in there. He did. I mean, he did get locked up, but it's not in there. He's not in there locked up now. Well, that's mostly everybody lunch break right there. So that was my lunch break right there. I've been on here about an hour. That's all I have to say. But look at the description and look at the hashtags. The Muslims know what's up. They ain't allowing him to do like that. Because if you had to go through all of that, they not gonna allow that. Everybody else they supposed to do. Like, but just the things that they did, come on. Rainwater used a girl to make an anonymous call and to put on. Read the police report. And if you read the police report, I'm just going to say it, and I don't like to say his name over here. Read the police report and then go to Ratchet TV and watch his thing when those two girls, they make a mistake and they say her last name is Jackson. I didn't make that mistake. They did. One of these witnesses' last name is Jackson. I don't know who the fuck last name is Jackson. Go read the witness. Just go read it. I showed it up here already. All you have to type in is second person court, and boom, it comes right up and say Devin Bown, and then you scroll down, and then it says the police report. You read the police report. Because I got the case number off the police report, but you can't get the police report inside of the case number. But the police report is actually posted on their website. So when you're reading it, that's off of their website. So those are the ones that's telling you exactly what they was told. And it wasn't told to them right away because they mentioned dates. Like, what whatever they did, somebody was making sure that these people got locked up because they was doing it day after day after day. Kept calling the cops, giving them new information. And William, go read the police report and then go to Ratchet TV. He had the two girls over there. Or at least they said they was two girls. I don't remember what their names was. And that's the God honest truth. I don't remember what their names was. He had a video. I was sitting there and I was in his bushes. This is when I was going through with him and I just saw it. But I remembered it and I taped it. But I'm not going on my phone and go through all of the shit that I taped over there. But I remember I taped that night, those two girls, because I was looking at the chats. And I remember them telling the story. That same story that's in the police report. Especially about the little kid just talking to the father. Never said like he had any problem or anything. The little kid did talk to his father. Father just asked him, was the boy there? Not what time he was leaving. And no, all of that extra stuff wasn't in there. And the police never saw that. They got anonymous calls. That's what did it. The only thing is, if the cops were so sure they had the right people, I don't think we're in trial by now because that one person asked for that blood. And the case shuts down. Yeah. Look at the date they asked for that blood. Look at the date that these people going to start, these people right here start falling. Somebody been telling, I said that from the beginning. When the FBI first raided, somebody was been telling. Just look at my shorts. The FBI and the Dallas Police Department, anybody that fell into that fucking trap, you know who it was. I enjoy Rusty all day. Oh, wait a minute. Before I go, this is what I meant to show you. In case anybody doesn't know. 16 months for that type of crime. This is the federal sentencing guidelines, no matter where you go. You see this? Offense level. Anybody can read it. Your criminal history points. This is online. So it tell you what a joker is supposed to get. When he goes in front of a federal judge. So how many points do Trapboy Freddy have? How many felonies do he have? You go right here and see that, even if they don't show it to you online. Everybody else that they're showing G, Kewon, I think they show Kewon's white, and I think they show Devin Brown. So they showed it. They didn't show Trapboy Freddy. He has no pre-sentence report. But if you want to find out how he got 16 months, you go look at what he should have got from his past, and then you go down and then you look. The judge usually stays within the guidelines. If there's no mandatory minimum, which he didn't get charged with any mandatory minimum, the judge is usually going to go with these guidelines. But think about it. To be in the feds for having a gun, you've had to have at least one felony that people know that you had a gun or you was locked up for a gun. You want to be right over here. I think your offense level is somewhere down here in, let me see. And this past November 1st, so we can't use these because these didn't go in effect until November 1st. But I don't know if they use in November. They use, if you get, usually they'll try to get you past November 1st so you get the new guidelines, because just in case there was some changes. Here we go, right here. No. Yeah. Didn't see that. So he falls under here. He could get probation, but we know he can't get probation because allegedly he got time. Allegedly he got time just because he had one prior. You're not going anywhere with one prior, and then you get caught for the same offense, and the feds had to pick it up. If you have a prior felony, that is grounds alone to keep you in custody. You get a detention hearing, and if it's had a gun involved, you're staying behind there. And it's your second offense for a gun, nah, you staying there. On my case, they try to keep me. I ain't never had no gun offense. Them jokers was trying to give me a detention hearing for a paper case. And thank God I had a judge's name was Justice Strawbridge. The judge was like, and said this in the courtroom. Are you fucking crazy? To the prosecutor. Hit the jaw like, Bill said $5,000 and just called the next case. Like it was like unbelievable. All because somebody got booked and went down there and talked to them people and started acting like I was crazy as shit because they really ain't had no crazy shit for no paper case. Like, yo, come on, man, this is fucking fraud. Oh shit. But drug cases and gun cases, yo, you going in. Ain't you not coming out on a prior. Unless you tell it. Some people tell after they get booked. when they get them years, they be like, yo, I can't do it. But yo, you already see the crack in his armor. If that's him, he already talking about guy got something for him on the other. Bro, you just got in there that day. What are you talking about? You didn't even go to sleep. You didn't even... Yo, you still in the hole? How the fuck is you calling it? You been in a hole with so damn near overnight. How the fuck is you calling? And you talk about God got some. Oh, either nigga you ain't locked up, or nigga you knew this was coming, so you was telling from the rip. Yo, you might have thought you was gonna get them guidelines, and when that judge said, "Nah, fuck that." You pleaded out to 16 months, and nigga, now God got something for you. 16 months. I do that shit stand on my fucking head, bro. Yo, God did that. No, nigga, the dream team did that. You told. Ain't no fucking listen, I don't give a fuck what kind of lawyer you have. That's a federal judge. He don't give a fuck about your lawyer. He don't give a fuck about the government. If anything, he care about the government. So if you got 16 months and the government helped you get it, nigga, they ain't just do that. They not that gracious. Now, tell us which one it is. You in jail or not, nigga? Where your paperwork? Because you can't get on the compound without no paperwork. I ain't said. Why you ain't? Well, I guess, you wouldn't show it. The way that I saw that they was holding the phone, it was just a phone call from you. So if that was the case, we know you've been to that part before, when you first got locked up and then they let you out. God ain't had nothing for you when you first got locked out. You had to file all the motions to know that Nigga, they smelled the fucking weed because you had your fucking windows down all like a dickhead. Nigga, you wasn't beating that case with no fucking suppression motion. The fuck out of here. You and you let the cop flag you there. He ain't even had to chase. Damn, even my daughter at least take them a fucking block. They just flagged you. Man, this thing got no motherfucking lights on and no guns drawn. I ain't even fucking pulling over unless I know I did something. And then when they come to my fucking car, I pull over because number one, I'm not going on no fucking high speed chase when I know I did something wrong, like speed. I know I ain't going to jail. I ain't pulling my fucking windows down though either, so they could try to smell inside my fucking car. You don't know that yet? You don't never fucking put your windows down. And how the fuck you let the cop tell you he don't have no tent? No tent meter, but your tent is illegal. Yo, that shit should have been on the world's dumbest criminals. I'd have ran that fucking cop. Did he have a uniform on? Cause he would have got ran the fuck over straight up. I don't give a fuck if somebody was fucking filming me or not. What the fuck is you flagging me over? He ain't stepped in front of the car. He flagged you over. You just pulled over. Did he have a flashlight, bro? Holy shit. And that statement that cop said was so fucking basic. I was like, yo, this nigga must have went with a public defender. I know he didn't go. He didn't go. He didn't pay for that fucking lawyer. I could have argued that for you, bro. Yeah, we could just. Yo, how can you cannot get past a cop saying he smelled weed? I don't know what made that dumbass lawyer thought he was going to get past that smelling fucking weed, and it's illegal in your state, and you had all the windows down. Man, it sounds like some Cheech and Chong shit. Oh man. All right, bro. Well, this is the sentencing guidelines right here. If he got 16 months with a prior, and they didn't charge him for the weed that they never found. Oh man. Okay, brother. The feds called them and told them to pull you over. And any dumbass cop on the side of the road, he don't give a fuck what your rights is or none of that. A federal officer just can't call him and told him to pull you over, and you just gave him one way out, and that was for him to walk up to your car, and you had all your windows down. I don't know if you were smoking weed or not, but the Supreme Court said it's up to the officer if he smelled weed. But they also said it's no way that an officer can smell weed if your windows are up, all of them, including the sunroof. And so whenever you doing whatever, how many months you will do or whatever, bro, don't ever get fucking pulled over and all your windows is down. Because if you think that somebody get ready to come back to you when you get out of the feds, if you in the feds, somebody want to hear that bullshit you be saying, nobody trying to hear you, bro. Get that career over. You understand? Then go for it. Yellow Beezy, all of them motherfuckers. So if you want to look at somebody, go look at Rainwater who sold you that dumbass dream. Y'all have a good fucking day. These niggas is stupid as shit. Make sure y'all look up the sentencing guidelines to go into. They get Rainwater. What's his name? Freddy. Trapboy Freddy. His name is Demarius. Hold up. Let me put this shit down here in the chat. Yeah, I think that's it. Demarius something. Hold up. All right, it's the various more. All right, it's the various more. And if you just feel like one day printing it out or just bring it up on your computer and see how they pulled the wolf. The various D more. And the cops have it on there on the web. I mean, no, his thing is on when his lawyer was trying to get the gun suppressed, saying it was an illegal stop. He didn't even argue that it was a pretextual stop because they already said pretextual stop. Go, but I just don't know. He never argued anything about that you had the windows down. Man, the motherfucking cops, what the fuck would they need a fucking tent for 10 meters if your fucking windows was down? Bro. If weed is illegal, as I know it's illegal. So they automatically put you in the fucking car because they smelled the weed. They didn't give a fuck about no traffic stop. Nigga, what's wrong with you? Of course you ain't get no tickets. Nah, we got this gun. Anybody ever got pulled over and they found a gun on you and they gave you a traffic ticket? Oh shit. I ain't never even seen a motherfucker get pulled over and had a gun on him and got even the fucking thing, if their license was suspended. I ain't never seen that. They ain't got that gun, that's a fucking crime. They take you right to jail. The fuck you worried about a ticket for? Oh shit. I don't know where you got that fucking lawyer for. Let me make sure my people get that so they can go look up this dumbass nigga shit. And of course, if you want to go look up, I'm been joking around a lot, but this it hurts me because if you don't understand what I'm saying, and you almost have to laugh. You almost have to laugh to stop from crying. Because, I mean, literally, all I typed in to come up with this. Watch this. Now, I'm going to share my screen. And I did this last night. But this shit, like, as much as went on in this case, but to actually see what the cops were saying, not what any of these channels down here were saying, not what the news was showing us, but with some certified cops saying, not willing to put their jobs on the line, but what they say they saw down there. Like, nobody on the expressway said shit. Except one person. So if you can see my screen, this is just me just typing in Devin, Brown, Texas, right? And when I go down there, all I do is scroll down. And then all I do is go right here. But I go to the second one. That's not that one. Right here. This is the police department, dpdb.com. This is the police department. They had the pictures out of the car. You see that right there, they showing. And then you see this stuff here. Right there, you don't see it too much. But you just look. This motherfucker, this pants running down. Alright. was updated 2 years ago. This is it. I mean, you can see, can anybody see this police report? I mean, I don't know, you've seen it before. But literally, let me take this down here. So let me make sure that y'all type that in. I just typed in Devin Brown. And I said Texas. I'll put that there. That's what I did. And this is what I come up with. Now, on the 11th, on Wednesday, the 11th, this is when it happened at approximately 11:56 a.m., Dallas police officers responded to a shooting call on South R.L. Thornton Freeway, north over East Clarendon Drive, Dallas County, Texas. That was this lady was telling me today. This earlier, last night, as a matter of fact, when I was going over this. Numerous witnesses who were forced to stop in traffic on the freeway observed a suspect with his face covered chase and shoot complainant Noble with a rifle. Numerous witnesses who were forced to stop. I mean, motherfuckers was stopping because they wanted to stop because there was a fucking lane right there. Motherfuckers was still going. So as far as somebody getting stopped, I mean, how many people got stopped after it goes out of scene? That's what it was. After the shooting, so everybody couldn't see it because Joker didn't run that fucking far. So y'all seen how many people was there, numerous. After the shooting, suspect White, look, they call him White, they call him his name already, fled in a black Chevy Camaro northbound from the offense lane. Suspect White fired multiple rounds and multiple citizens' vehicles were struck, along with witness Graham, who was actually injured by a bullet fragment while seated in his vehicle. Complainant Noble was transported to where? Methodist Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. People talking about he died on the expressway. No, he did not. He was pronounced deceased at the hospital. I say that because it means nothing to you right now, but when you see that the guy, Devin Brown, who they're charging with this, puts in a thing saying, yo, we want to see if he had we want to see this, where they basically, they want to know, they're saying, y'all saying he got shot several times and all this stuff. We want to see all that. Or, yo, they're trying to find out, yo, if you saying I shot him, get them bullet, them bullet frame. Let me see that shit where it went through or whatever. You ain't just give me no case. This witness informed detectives that suspect Devin Brown Jr., also known as whatever, contacted a juvenile witness by phone multiple times prior to the murder. The witness learned that during the phone call, suspect Devin Brown asked the juvenile witness if complainant Noble was at the location. The witness provided the phone number that suspect Devin Brown used to contact the juvenile witness. They keep saying juvenile. This is this man's son. So you saying he can't call his son, say he just got out of jail, which is going to say down here when he got out of jail, but he just got out of jail. He contacting his son. He ain't want to see his son. He ain't want to talk to his son. And he asked him, yo, this boy post y'all up on the joint. He's still over there. I ain't trying to be around that nigga. Whatever. The witness provided the number that the suspect Devin Bown used to contact the juvenile witness on November 13th. Now listen, I told you, it happened on the 11th. They already got White because they saying his name. So you saying White told nah, he ain't tell y'all nothing. White ain't talk to y'all. A witness was interviewed and stated that suspect Devin Bown was upset over a relationship involved complainant Noble and the witness. A witness. Cops don't solve crime. People talk up in the neighborhood all the time. This witness informed detectives that the suspect, Devin Bown Jr., also known as, contacted a juvenile witness by phone multiple times prior to the murder. The witness learned that during the phone call, suspect Devin Bown asked the juvenile witness if complainant Noble was at the location. The witness provided the phone number that suspect Devin Bown used to call to contact the juvenile, who was evidently, didn't say it was a juvenile. Yo, my daddy was calling me about yeah, my daddy was calling me, he asked me, was the boy still here? All right, yeah, the boy still there. All right. He ain't say I'm coming over there, I'm gonna hit the ball, none of that. Watch how this drawing play out. On November 13th, Detective Eric Barnes was provided evidence of call logs that showed suspect Brown's phone number the day prior and morning of the offense. Research was conducted on that phone number, which showed it to be belonged to suspect Devin Bown. So that's on the 13th. That shit didn't mean anything to them. They just saw that. On November 19th, suspect Devin Bown was arrested for a federal arrest warrant at blank. 6 days. Suspect Devin Bown was transported to Dallas Police Headquarters and interviewed. What? After y'all took him to the fucking feds, locked him up. He ain't never been to the feds, none of that before. He don't know this gun just got him booked, Devin Bown. Because his baby mom was fucking Mo 3. He ain't like, he expressed that he ain't like it. So you thought he was a known stepper that he did that? Because when I looked at this nigga rap sheet, he wasn't into that. Or he was a good motherfucker like that, because he wasn't into none of that. Suspect Devin Bown confirmed that he had recently learned the complainant Noble and a known witness were dating. Suspect Devin Bown stated that on the day of the offense, he called the juvenile witness in the morning, telling him that, but denied any involvement in this offense. Suspect Devin Bown admitted that he was upset over a recent Facebook video that involved complainant Noble. On November 20th, 2020, Detective Barnes received. So, look at this. The 19th. Oh, this thing get, let me help him. Detective Barnes received an anonymous call that the picture released by Dallas police on the news release resembled that the person with the social media account blank, suspect White, had social media Facebook pages. Kewon White, Detective Barnes believed that Kewon White resembled the build, some good ass police work right here, and physical stature of the suspect in the offense surveillance video. Detective Barnes received an anonymous call that the picture released by Dallas police on the news release resembled that of the person with the social media account. You're always on social fucking media. It's easy to fuck around and play around on that social media. Suspect White had social media Facebook pages. Boom. They got so much help, they ain't got to do shit. On November 25th, now, 5 days later, Detective Anderson, taking all this shit in, receives another anonymous call that suspect Kewon White was the person that committed this offense. This information was obtained after the Dallas Police Department had released still images of the offense to the public. This witness had inside knowledge on suspect Devin Bown, who made phone calls and knowledge that surveillance was conducted on complainant Noble the night prior to the offense. The witness stated that suspect White was just released on a recent arrest from. So you telling me that from November the 11th, the cops didn't know these motherfuckers just got out of jail? It took an anonymous fucking phone call with somebody with inside knowledge to November the 25th. And they always have it right after the image is released. They got a phone call. This witness provided suspect White's what? Another Instagram account. On Thursday, November 26, 2020, Mount Pleasant police confirmed the suspect White was arrested on November 23, 2020 for unrelated charges. Now, I'm going to show y'all something, and this is going to rock your fucking world. And this is how I always stay one step ahead of a joker. The 20th, see the anonymous call that the picture released by Dallas police on the news release resembled that of the person with the social media account. Detective received an anonymous call that the suspect Kewon White was the person that committed this offense. Suspect White, when they saw the images released on the news, the witness provided suspect White's Instagram account. They don't tell us this witness name. On Thursday, November 26, 2020, Mount Pleasant confirmed that the suspect White was arrested on November 23, 2020 for unrelated charges. So on the 25th, while he was locked up, on the 26th, while he was locked up. Somebody called, but he had been locked up for the 23rd. So since he was locked up, yeah. I know y'all can't see this. I know nobody can see who this person is that's calling them. Detective obtained cellular phone location data returned to suspect white that showed to be in the vicinity of witness Jackson's apartment the night before and morning of the offense, where the deceased complainant stayed. The data obtained was plotted, which traveled the same path of the complainant Noble's cellular phone records and placed him near the crime scene where complainant Noble was shot. Phone records from suspect Bown Noble's phone were received and plotted, and a comparison of those phones records confirmed numerous calls between suspect Devin Brown and suspect White the day prior and the date of the offense. There appeared to be an active phone call communication that occurred between suspect White and suspect Devin Brown White. The complainant Noble was followed after he left witness blank. On December 9th, suspect White was arrested by task force officers. Suspect White was interviewed at Dallas Police Headquarters. Suspect White waived his rights and gave a voluntary statement. Suspect White admitted that phone number that was compared in phone records might be his phone number, but he could not remember his numbers. When suspect White was asked about suspect Devin Brown, suspect White denied that he knew him or had any association with him. He stuck to the code. Suspect Devin Brown and suspect White are currently in federal custody in possession of a firearm by a private person. The witness stated that the companion recognized. The witness stated that a companion recognized suspect White when they saw the images released on the news. This witness provided suspect White's Instagram account a blank. On Thursday, November 26th, he confirmed that suspect White was arrested on November the 23rd for unrelated charges. Yeah. Right here, the cops messed up. They said Detective Anderson obtained cellular phone location data records with suspect witness Whites that showed to be in the vicinity of witness Jackson's apartment. This is the police wrote this and told us that the apartment that this man was at, the person's last name was Jackson. Let's see. All right. I don't know this other person. That was with him. But y'all gotta tell me, who is this? Y'all have to tell me that y'all don't know that this is fucking Queen 80. Get the fuck out of here. Yo. Look, if y'all can't see this, I'm never coming back on this channel no more. when I came live, I was just like, I always go check who was live. So I went and I said, let me see who's live. And I said it when I first came on here, if you go back, if it's not up here. I gotta show you this, the title of this live and why it's so important. If I am lying, I am flying. And this is why. Let me share my screen with y'all real quick. And I guarantee you this is going to go down. Watch. If I'm lying. Remember I showed this picture and I was showing the time. Look at these dates. She likes younger guys. The hood top. The hood type. Look at them. Light skin. I guess that's D. I don't know. But light skin. Go ball. Go kitten there. And then she did a live. Oh, y'all seeing that? She did a live. And she talked was Mo 3 kids being used as pawns. When have you ever heard her talk like that? Well, anybody's kids. She's known for talking shit about people's kids. She started up all of that shit with talking, but then she puts this, why is this dude, why all the hostility towards Rainwater? I gotta see where that at. If y'all heard that, yo, somebody send that in to me because I gotta cash that. See if you see this anywhere else. Anybody talking about that? You're connected with social media. You're known for getting people booked. did make that disclosure. You had to make that disclosure. That was you making those phone calls. You was at least making some of those phone calls, especially when shit wasn't moving the way it was supposed to go. You took charge to put that extra stuff in there. And you always stuck it for Rainwater. Yo, this girl is vicious. And now it's another play. And he's using you. I'm not gonna name everybody. I'm gonna stick to this. Because I'm not gonna let them outplay me like that. Let me make sure I ain't tripping. Let me make sure I read this again the right way. Right. See, you're never gonna have anybody like somebody that you might call your sister or whatever. You always on a team. You gonna ride for him and do whatever he asks you to do. But one thing is certain, and two's for sure. You are about your money. And when you get angry, you blurt shit out. You have no control of your tongue. And nobody can tell you shit. Now, this is my assessment, please. You don't have to take this. Somebody asked me this one time. Is Devin Brown like one of your dad's kids? Like one of your brothers that you just don't fuck with? Cause his name is Corey Brown. Did you just probably put a fucking case on your brother? Cause they knew about him. They caught him with the worst. They caught him with everything. No, I know fucking well I ain't tripping. I don't believe in coincidences. Yeah, like right after they released the still images, yeah. Knew when he was released from jail. Another light skinned nigga. And then the witness stated that she heard suspect white admit that he shot complainant Noble while talking to her boyfriend. And I remember MHB. You said this shit before. Yo. They had recognized suspect white when they saw the images released on the news. The witness provided suspect white's Instagram. Suspect white on the 23rd. Yo, this ain't even fucking funny. Yo, this bitch. Yo. Yo. The witness that called them, this is my assessment, but I'm telling you, this is Queen 88. Y'all gotta look at Ratchet TV's thing and look at my videos and look at Ratchet TV trying to get, and I say this in the videos, even though I was going at Ratchet TV that time, I'm saying in the videos, she's trying to play him and he's trying to play her. Fuck all that other stuff. It was like trying to call up a remembrance of what she said. Like he trying to rehabilitate her what she said she said. Oh my goodness. And then I don't know this part true, but yo, the reason they trying to find out like the motherfuckers is, trying to find out. Maybe they trying to find out, get the DNA, see who baby somebody is or something. I don't know. And that shit got, when I put that little part on there, when I put a little 30-second skit out there, and all I did was tape MHB saying that Queen 88 had Mo3's baby. And that shit got mad fucking views. I don't know why. And it showed a picture of her with him. My partner tried to take me out for a ratchet ass hoe. makes sense now. And now I can see it. Someone said it. And still, this is mine. That doesn't necessarily mean it's true. He was jealous of one of these cousins. I can't figure it out. He was jealous of the cousin that was with Mo 3 or with Rainwater. All that is calling somebody a sis shit. And then you knew both, what's the name? Trapboy Freddy. And you wouldn't say your name. And he said it was three. He said it was more than one girl. It was 3 girls. Hey, God damn. Man, I'm done. I had to fuck off of here. This is bullshit, yo. This girl, oh my God. That's a hard thing to put on somebody, but I just hope it was this fucking accident. You ain't expected to go that far. I'm out of here, man. I gotta go look at that shit. If this shit come together, I gotta think of this, or if she take that shit down or whatever, then y'all know what it is. But I gotta put this shit together.